fastest of the trains. We know that freight trains won't use this, so we've only got to get the lighter passenger trains to use the service, and we've been able to make a solution that works despite some of those engineering constraints. We've also wanted to make sure that we keep as much control as we can over our network, as I say, so we don't have to sit in a siding waiting for a freight train to go by. We've now got that control, and that route gives us the through trains to Bowmanville with this solution.
Yeah. So one of the questions we've had, Lindsay, is whether the GM site at Oshawa reopening, how does this affect the plan? Well, it affects the plan somewhat. We're going to have to build that second bridge. Clearly, CP has been super, and I want to just give credit to their president and CEO, Keith Creel. He's very engaged. He thinks about communities all along the CP route, and he's been extremely helpful to help us to work with his team and find a way forward. Now, we don't want to bring our trains to clash with freight trains in service and delay their operations or our operations, and that's why a separate bridge is the right way forward. So we're very excited about that as a way forward, and that's what it's going to look like. Spencer, where do you go next?
Yeah, I think I'm going to pass over to Megan now to talk about the development opportunities. The next slide, please.
Thanks, Spencer, and thank you everyone for tuning in and MPP Park for having us. Really exciting opportunity for station delivery. As many of you probably know, Metrolinx and the province have embarked on a great program for transit-oriented communities, which looks at third-party developer, landowner funding and investment in our network to deliver better stations, better connections, and create new opportunities and really capture a significant amount of value that new transit is creating. So when we came to look at the Bowmanville extension, a key part of that strategy was how we develop a TOC program specifically for Durham region in that context, where we can seek out that funding and investment from third parties. Last year, we reached out to 65 landowners and developers throughout the region and all of the municipalities for the 4 proposed locations at Thornton's Corners, Britson, Curtis, and Bowmanville. We received a really positive amount of feedback, really exciting conversations, and are now in discussions with 16 different landowners and developers for all of the stations. So really positive trajectory for this type of investment, and really exciting to continue this forward in parallel with the work that Spencer is doing to bring the station to fruition.
Megan, why is it good to get developers involved?
It's really about better city building and community building. These stations will really serve as a catalyst for communities. Landowners and developers are already really active in that space, and so I think it's twofold. It's really bringing all of the parties together for better community master plan design around a station, and it's also a fair exchange of value. There's a significant amount of opportunity being created, and so there's really value for everyone to contribute. Metrolinx bringing in the rail, developers or landowners funding stations is a really appropriate partnership.
Lindsay, that's the presentation. We're open for questions.
Great. Very good. And so I'll stop the presentation for now so we can see everyone a bit more clearly. And I'll just remind everyone, just click on the chat button on the right hand of your screen and you can type